It began with a quiet evening. The snow is falling over the quiet roof of your home, and the fire is crackling in the hearth. Everything feels perfectly secure. And then, the lights flicker, and the digital hum of the house dies. The grid goes down, the roads freeze over. The nearest pharmacy is 30 miles away, and you know its shelves were stripped bare by panicking crowds 3 days ago. You look into your medicine cabinet. You see a half-empty bottle of synthetic cough syrup and a few generic, expired painkillers. That is the terrifying reality of fragile modern convenience. When the trucks stop running, the modern world freezes entirely. But our ancestors did not panic in the dark. They possessed something we have abandoned: unbreakable ancestral continuity. They survived brutal pioneer winters, global rationing, and generational economic depressions without a single plastic pill bottle. They knew the earth was a vast, unkillable apothecary. Number 2 on our list is a fiercely bitter leaf that historically saved entire villages from devastating pandemics, pulling intense heat from the body when modern hospitals were non-existent. But you absolutely must stay with us until number 15. An unstoppable, legendary weed that ancient warriors relied upon to literally seal deep wounds and stop severe bleeding on the battlefield when no surgeon was coming. You can rebuild this lost sanctuary. You can transform your soil into a biological shield. If you are someone who loves protecting your health with herbs, shielding your family from inflation, and earning extra money from home, we are always compiling valuable knowledge from history that has been proven effective for you. Please subscribe so you don't miss out. Number 1. Black garlic, the fermented fortress. It begins with ordinary garlic, transformed by time, gentle heat, and patience. For centuries, ancient monastic gardens and traditional Asian apothecaries relied on this dark, caramelized bulb. When harsh winters swept across the mountains and fresh supplies dwindled to nothing, peasants consumed this blackened root to fortify their chests against brutal seasonal chills. Modern clinical studies suggest that the aging process increases its beneficial properties immensely, transforming it into a compound widely considered to be 10 times more potent than regular raw garlic. It is biologically indestructible because the starting material can sit in a root cellar for months, waiting for the fermentation process. Once aged, it lasts for years. The economic return is staggering. Setting up a simple, lazy, at-home fermentation station yields jars of aged extract that would cost $30 a piece in a premium health store. You can easily produce 40 jars a winter, saving over $1,000 a year, while building an inflation-proof medicine cabinet in your basement. You can stockpile jars in the dark. But what if a sudden seasonal wave sweeps through your community? That brings us to number 2, angiographis, the bitter lifesaver. Also known as the green charetta, this unassuming green stalk is whispered about in historical archives as the quiet hero of ancient pandemics. During the devastating influenza outbreaks that swept through early 20th century Asia, when synthetic medicines were non-existent for the rural poor, village healers turned to this incredibly bitter leaf. They boiled it into a dark, harsh tea that was historically relied upon to pull intense heat from the body and support the respiratory system. The plant is a biological marvel. It thrives in terrible, depleted soils and laughs at extreme heat. It refuses to die. Economically, this plant is an absolute, generational yield. A single packet of seeds costs mere pennies, yet it readily self-seeds, creating a permanent, returning patch. This single patch provides enough raw material to brew hundreds of cups of defensive tea, easily replacing $400 worth of seasonal, synthetic drugstore trips every single winter. Internal defenses are crucial. But what happens when the skin is broken in a world without bandages? That brings us to number 3, betel leaf, the jungle's disinfectant. Long before sterile gauze was wrapped in plastic, Ayurvedic healers and historical soldiers used this vibrant, heart-shaped leaf directly on battlefields. When deep cuts threatened to become inflamed in the suffocating heat of the tropics, these leaves were crushed and applied directly to the skin. Modern herbalists revere it for its profound ability to support the body's natural response to localized inflammation. Biologically, it is a climbing, aggressive vine that thrives in deep, humid shade where other plants rot. Once established in a warm greenhouse or tropical garden, it grows with unstoppable vigor. It is an unkillable perennial asset that provides fresh, active poultice material year-round, silently saving your family from relying on expensive, chemical-laden antibiotic ointments. Leaves can wrap a wound, but what warms the freezing core of a pioneer? That brings us to number 4, fresh ginger, the hearth root. During the brutal expansions of the spice trade, sailors crossing freezing oceans would chew raw ginger to ignite their internal fire and soothe turbulent seasickness. Traditional apothecaries considered it the ultimate digestive guardian, historically used to flush out intrusive elements from the intestinal tract. It warms the internal organs, spreading a deep, radiant heat through the chest and stomach. It is a biological survivor, expanding its rhizomes endlessly beneath the soil, hiding from surface threats. The economic anti-fragility of ginger is breathtaking. You can take one single organic node from a grocery store, plant it in a wide tub, and let it multiply. By the end of the season, that $2 root yields 20 pounds of premium, dense ginger. That is a $120 grocery replacement value, perpetually cycling year after year, demanding almost none of your time. Ginger requires heat. But what root willingly thrives in the freezing mud of a Depression-era winter? That brings us to number 5, onion, the peasant's anchor. During the Great Depression, when rural families literally could not afford a doctor's visit, the onion was the ultimate respiratory shield. Grandmothers would slice them, roast them, and place them as warm poultices upon the chests of coughing children. It was historically believed to act as a powerful magnet for airborne toxins, clearing the lungs and drawing out impurities. Biologically, the onion is a master of storage. It sits in frozen ground, absorbing sulfur and minerals, building its sharp, defensive chemistry. Harvested and braided, it hangs from the rafters of a cellar, unbothered by the collapse of the economy outside. It is the ultimate calorie and medicinal anchor, demanding nothing but cheap dirt to provide months of invaluable respiratory support. Onions hang in the cellar, but what medicinal armor grows right under your boots? That brings us to number 6, Wedelia, the poor man's penicillin. In rural Vietnamese villages, this creeping ground cover, locally known as sai dat, was heavily relied upon during times of intense conflict and blockades. When access to Western medical supplies was completely severed, locals turned to this golden-flowered survivor to wash inflamed skin and soothe surface infections. Modern botanical enthusiasts study it for its rich flavonoids and compounds that support healthy skin recovery. Biologically, it is aggressive. It spreads over barren, neglected ground, creating a thick mat that chokes out weeds. The economic conversion here is brutal and brilliant. By allowing Wedelia to form your ground cover, you eliminate the need to purchase chemical mulches or herbicides, while simultaneously growing a living pharmacy. A large patch easily replaces over $300 a year in landscaping costs and synthetic topical ointments. The skin is protected, but the throat remains vulnerable to the freezing winds. That brings us to number 7, blackberry lily, the pharynx sweeper, known historically in Eastern traditions as sa-can. The rhizomes of this striking plant were the ultimate defense against severe throat ailments. Traditional texts describe its remarkable ability to cleanse the throat and pharynx, clearing out intrusive congestion and soothing swollen vocal cords when the winter winds howled through wooden cabins. Biologically, it is fiercely drought-resistant, hiding its potent medicinal reserves deep in its root system, completely indifferent to the scorching sun or freezing frost. Pause. Think about that. Stop thinking about your garden as a hobby. Stop thinking about these plants as mere curiosities. Imagine it is November. The digital grid has failed. The global supply chain has snapped. The supermarkets are dark, their shelves emptied by panicked mobs. Your digital bank account means absolutely nothing because the card readers have no power. Your child develops a deep, rattling cough. Your spouse cuts their hand on rusted metal while chopping firewood. There are no ambulances coming. There is no urgent care clinic open. In that terrifying moment, what do you have? If you rely on the fragile modern system, you have nothing but fear. But if you have planted the unkillable perennials of our ancestors, you have a decentralized biological grid. You have medicine that grows back. You have absolute generational sovereignty. Survival is not a weekend project. It is your duty. This brings us to the ultimate early-stage cold killer. Number 8. Perilla leaf. The purple shield. In historic Asian fishing villages, where families consumed raw seafood and faced biting coastal winds, the perilla leaf was essential. It was traditionally served alongside meals not just for flavor, but to prevent food spoilage and calm the stomach. When the very first signs of a cold or flu appeared, boiling these striking purple leaves was the immediate defense, historically trusted to induce a mild sweat and push the chill out of the body before it could settle deep in the lungs. Biologically, perilla is a prolific self-seeder, You plant it once, and it drops thousands of tiny seeds, guaranteeing a massive returning canopy of medicine every single spring, asking for zero labor. The chill is broken, but what happens when the damp cold settles into your joints? That brings us to number 9, wild bettle leaf, the bone guardian. Known locally as la lot, peasant farmers working knee-deep in flooded monsoon paddies relied heavily on this powerful herb. When their joints ached with deep, damp inflammation and their oral cavities suffered from lack of dental care, they chewed and brewed this leaf. It is historically celebrated for its ability to support joint mobility and cleanse the oral cavity. Biologically, it thrives in deep, heavy shade. While other plants beg for the sun, the wild bettle leaf colonizes the forgotten dark corners of your homestead, turning wasted space into a perpetual apothecary. The joints are warm, but what heals the internal damage of stress and poor water? That brings us to number 10, false daisy, the bleeding halter. In Eastern European and Asian traditions, this unassuming herb, sometimes associated with plants like K. luok vang for its traditional applications, was a legendary household guardian. It was historically applied to soothe severe gastric distress and support the healing of stomach ulcers when harsh diets tore at the digestive tract. It is remarkably resilient, happily growing in small windowsill pots or neglected garden borders. It requires barely a handful of soil, yet produces compounds that modern science continuously studies for their profound tissue-soothing properties. Pots and borders are excellent, but true survival requires ancient trees. That brings us to number 11, cinnamon, the bark of life. During the Middle Ages, grave robbers and legendary spice traders risked their lives for this bark. It was considered an absolute necessity for preserving meats and protecting the body from rampant fungal and bacterial intrusions. It literally cuts off the life source of unwanted microscopic intruders. Biologically, the cinnamon tree is a coppiced wonder. When you cut it down to harvest the medicinal bark, it does not die. It aggressively shoots up new branches, offering an eternal, regenerating harvest. The economic dominance is clear. A mature, coppiced cinnamon tree on tropical homesteads yields massive bundles of premium bark, easily equating to $500 a year in organic spice and medicinal value, outlasting your lifetime and serving your grandchildren. Bark is powerful. But what about the intense, sharp pain of a cracked tooth? That brings us to number 12, clove, the dentist's ghost. When the Dutch East India Company violently controlled the spice roots, cloves were worth their weight in gold. In pioneer times, when a tooth infection could literally be a death sentence, a single drop of clove oil or a chewed clove bud was the only salvation. It is an extremely powerful antiseptic, historically revered for numbing oral pain instantly and cleansing dangerous mouth decay. Biologically, it is a tough, tropical evergreen. In the modern economy, a severe dental emergency in a rural setting without insurance can cost thousands of dollars. Having a stockpile of whole cloves or an active tree replaces thousands of dollars in emergency dental bills, offering immediate, terrifyingly effective relief when the dentist is unreachable. Plants eventually drop their leaves, but what medicine lives absolutely forever? That brings us to number 13, wild forest honey, the eternal bandage. When archaeologists opened the ancient tombs of Egyptian pharaohs, they found sealed jars of honey, and it was still perfectly edible. Historically used on grueling battlefields, honey was poured directly into deep gashes. It creates an osmotic barrier, an eternal antibacterial bandage that draws moisture out of intruders and seals the flesh. Biologically, it is an immortal sugar matrix, requiring only the sun, the flowers, and the wild bees. The economic power of stored honey is staggering. 10 gallons of properly stored wild forest honey never expires. In a hyperinflated economy or a grid-down scenario, those 10 gallons represent a $1,500 bartering asset, far more valuable than paper money. Honey requires bees. But what cleanses the mouth relying only on deep taproots? That brings us to number 14, young mango leaves, the canopy mouthwash. Before the invention of plastic toothbrushes and synthetic fluoride, ancient communities in the Caribbean and India used the young, reddish leaves of the mango tree to scrub their teeth. They are historically renowned for their high tannin content, incredibly effective at cleansing plaque and restoring balance to the gums. Biologically, the mango tree drops immense taproots, surviving brutal droughts and violent storms. It provides massive caloric value in its fruit, while its young leaves provide a completely free, infinitely renewable dental hygiene system. Trees provide the canopy, But we must return to the earth for the ultimate battlefield savior. That brings us to number 15, yarrow, the warrior's suture. According to legend, Achilles used this herb to stop the bleeding of his soldiers. During the brutal carnage of the American Civil War, when supply wagons were destroyed and surgeons ran out of bandages, they desperately packed wounds with yarrow. It is the absolute, undisputed king of stopping blood flow and sealing flesh. Biologically, yarrow is an unkillable spreading perennial. It survives freezing winters, scorching heat, and terrible soil. The economic and survival return is infinite. A single 5-foot patch of yarrow in your backyard yields enough styptic material to supply a family for decades. When the ambulance does not come, when the blood won't stop, that 5-foot patch of weeds transitions from a free garden plant to an absolutely priceless lifesaver. Do not let this knowledge fade into history. You must build your own decentralized biological grid. First, secure fast winds to build morale, like ginger and onions, which you can plant right now. Second, establish calorie anchors for deep security, crops that fill the cellar and survive the freeze. Third, plant unkillable perennials like yarrow and wedelia, which act as your biological insurance policy, returning every spring without labor. Finally, cultivate your legacy. Plant the medicinal trees and store the eternal honey that will protect your grandchildren when the modern system inevitably stutters again. The choice is standing right in front of you. Are you team convenience, waiting helplessly for the shelves to restock while your paper money loses its value? Or are you team continuity, quietly planting the unkillable apothecary of our ancestors in your own soil? If you want to plant once and harvest for decades, securing your family's future while everyone else panics, click the video on your screen right now to discover the perennial food crops that outlive us all. The modern grid is fragile, but your roots do not have to be.